You are tuned into the Video Game Pharmacy.
There's no Zach.
Oh, sorry.
You left you turned off.
Yeah.
There you go. How's that?
So
Thank you.
Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of VGRx, your weekly dose of video game news, knowledge, and know-how. And we are here to tell you about the how-to-knows.
We're trying.
Well, at least I try.
The how to knows?
Do you try? Do you try?
I definitely don't
Every
try.
other-
That's
week?
definitely true.
Yeah.
You can barely post on time.
I fly by the whim here.
Yikes.
Sorry. Should I not throw him under the bus on the
That's
show?
a thing of the past. As
Yeah,
of
I
this
prefer
week,
not.
we're back on a
We're-
rigid schedule.
We're back on it. Hey, remember last week when we said you were going to go on vacation?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
How was your vacation?
Skype. We're Skyping.
Oh,
I'm on vacation.
dang, this is a really good sounding Skype call, I must say.
I was
Ooh.
wrong. I am not on vacation.
Yeah.
That's next week.
You were a week off.
So maybe you guys have to...
That's how hyped you were to not want to do the show.
It's not about that. I
Is
was
you were
hyped
just
to
like,
get away from
I'm
work for
done.
a while and chill.
I'm done.
And I'm still hyped about it.
And you
It's
want to
just
hang out with your
next
family,
week.
so it's fine.
Yeah.
But next
Call
week
me
we're
crazy.
gonna have special guests because we have a lot to talk about.
We think. Did they get back to you, Zach?
I don't really know what's going on.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
So it might just be me and Zach.
Which would be great.
That'd be fine.
Which
I think a duo cast
oh
would be
my
really cool.
God, that would be awful. Anyways,
I'll listen.
There was something I was gonna say, but it's so early and my brain isn't completely turned on that I forgot. I remember.
What's
I
up?
remember what's on my mind.
What is
up?
it?
PAX.
Oh, yeah, that's
PAX is on
coming
my-
up.
So
well,
ju-
it's a couple months away.
Just so you guys know, today is the predicted day that PAX tickets are gonna go on sale. So I have on our second monitor open both PAX Lines and PAX Badge
Is this
Twitter
like
account.
social
so-
media conspiracy theory
No,
stuff.
no.
Where did this information come from?
Basically, what I want to say is that if I get really quiet or I get really excited, just out of nowhere, I'm buying PAX tickets. Just so you know.
Hey, Scott.
Hey,
You want to intro us?
I'm not gonna- I'm not gonna-
introduce us?
huh?
You want to introduce us?
Who are we?
Who are we?
Well, that was Brittin.
What are we doing here? That's
That-
me. Hi.
That's Brittin.
Yep.
And then Zach.
Hey, guys.
I'm
Hey,
Scott.
Zach.
How's it going?
Hey,
Scott.
Hey,
Scott.
hey, Brittin.
Hey.
Zach.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Now,
you guys
Good morning,
met?
everyone.
Now that we're all friends.
Have you guys met?
No.
No, we're complete strangers
Zach.
to each other.
That's Brittin. Brittin. That's Zach.
Hey, man.
Hey, nice
I'm
to meet
Scott.
You too.
Yeah.
you. I don't like this bit.
Okay, fine. It'll be.
So
over.
if
Didn't work.
you all of a sudden go ballistic,
yeah, if I go ballistic,
they now know why.
or if I start having a heart condition
And we hear you huffing
pass
and
out,
puffing? Okay.
yeah, you know why.
But if you pass out, you won't be able to buy the tickets,
That's true,
which
but
will be funny.
it definitely has felt like I was gonna have a heart attack a couple times when tickets go on sale, especially when I was at work, and it was like 5 years ago, and I worked in a food court, and PAX tickets went on sale while I was working, so I went and hid in the freezer.
Been there, done
so
that.
I could. Back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Back in the day.
Classic.
Cool. So anyway,
I like how hyped you get about
PAX,
PAX,
or
yeah.
buying tickets.
PAX.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, dude. PAX is like my gem. It was like the first convention I ever went to, so it holds a special place in my heart.
You really dig it, huh?
Yeah, back when I first went, it was easy to get badges because you could literally just the only day that was normally sold out was like Saturday. Like I waited probably 2 or 3 weeks after PAX tickets went on sale, and they had every day but Saturday. But I still bought a ticket from a scalper, but at the time it was only like $50. They didn't charge you like $200 because they were dumb and didn't know what PAX really was.
They've
Yeah.
cracked down a lot on scalping at PAX too, though.
Yes, they have.
Especially fake badges, which were totally a thing.
Well, yeah. So they do a new thing. They used to do it with a black light, and there would be like things inside of the card. Which, by the way, fun fact: I have bought tickets from scalpers in the past. So I specifically bought a black light flashlight. So if I buy from scalpers, I check the badge every time. But they do it a new way now, where it's like it has your information in the badge.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So basically, like when you
Nice.
walk in, it
Fancy.
scans. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. PAX has come a
Did
long
you have
way.
to send them a DNA sample?
No.
get your badge?
Is it like
No.
is it like an RFID or is it like a barcode?
Yeah, RFID. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
smart.
I know back in
Super
your
smart.
day, Britain, it was like they
There's
said.
the Wild West.
Yeah, they said.
I just wrote PAX on a piece of cardboard
Yeah.
and hung it around my neck. They let me write
What they
it.
actually did is chisel it
Yeah,
in stone.
in marble.
It was a little cumbersome, but it was worth it. Let's see, what games were they demoing that year? I think they had Pong and Stickball.
Nice,
It was classic.
dude. What about stick and wheel?
That's what I'm talking about.
Stick ball.
What's the difference?
Sorry, hoop and stick.
There you go.
Hoop and stick.
Stickball is probably more like cricket or something
Yeah,
like that.
my bad,
Guys,
I'm talking about hoop and stick.
Welcome to episode
Yes.
episode 70
Whoa,
Sorry.
really?
of the VGRx
Hey,
That's out
podcast.
of
guess
control.
what?
What's up?
You want to know what's really close by? What's really soon?
What? E3's coming up. Hey, do you guys want to do trivia? Or should we skip it?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot we do that.
I
thing.
said 26.
Oh, you remember the question.
No,
Good job.
kind of barely.
How
I
many-
don't remember
how
the
many-
question.
How many proper Mario platformers have there been? We were talking about Super Mario Maker.
Oh, I said 30.
Okay.
I said 26. Yeah.
All right. So I said we should count the Yoshi's Island games. What do you guys think?
No,
Because the first one is literally
that is
called
not a Mario game.
All right. So then there's 21.
Okay, count the Yoshi ones.
27 if you count all the Yoshi.
Okay, don't
the
count
Yoshi
them because
games.
I don't want Zach to be super.
He would have
rude,
been like
so.
super close.
Yeah.
Either way, I think you win, Zach.
No, he went over. So that means I won.
What did you say?
I said 30.
You went way over.
No. You want to be the closest without going over. Have you ever watched The Price is Right?
Yeah, but you went over.
Yeah.
No matter what the answer is.
Well, the
If you
answer was
went-
Oh,
over.
you want everyone to have gone over, and then nobody wins.
Yeah.
That's not how it works,
He still wins.
buddy.
Okay, fool. Whatever.
Zach, you know Mario better than all of us.
Hey,
apparently.
I know that.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
That's great.
I'm surprised
Who'da-
you didn't
who'da
say
thunk?
like 42 or something.
You know what? I had the
I mean,
dumbest
that's
guess.
very
What was
within my
yours?
character.
I said in
so.
the 30s. High 30s, I think.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
I said
don't know why.
36.
I'm
or
just thinking of all the
26.
new Super Mario games. There's been a lot of remakes too, but we can't count those, and re-releases on later consoles. So, yeah. All right, that's it.
Can you count Mario Maker as 5?
You can count it as infinity, really, if you
Okay,
want.
cool. Just
So
wanted to make sure.
Let's do that.
Glad we were on the same page with that.
You know what? I didn't count Mario Maker 1 and 2. So if you add those to the mix,
Boom.
we're probably right at 30 or real close to it. So
So your boy's right.
maybe your boy's right. I
Your
don't know.
boy's more right.
It's possible
When you, man, I'm sorry I took that away from you, Zach.
because it was a major claim to fame.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, VGRx
hey.
really right. So do you guys want to start
E3.
with some E3 talk?
Yeah, let's
There
do
is
it.
news. There's some cool news on the dock today, but
Yeah.
we could start with the E3 talk and then just
Man, this,
talk about what we
this
wanna
time
see
of the
coming out of
year,
E3.
I remember like we had I think 4 episodes.
We did.
last year.
we were hurting for content last year.
Well,
apparently.
I mean, I think last year was really big. I think
Yeah.
it was enough to kind of fill our episodes and our predictions.
What do
and
you
stuff like
attribute that to? I know a couple of the big guys have pulled out of E3.
Well, that was before PlayStation left, right?
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. So PlayStation, everybody was still there. I think a lot of games are still coming out.
That's true.
And then we were in like still a full like console year. We weren't looking towards PS5 yet.
Right.
So I still think a lot of things were still focused on the PS4
Fair.
and Xbox One X.
Fair. Whereas right now it's a little early to start hearing about new hardware. But we're
you-
also thinking
We're
like,
all
there's not a lot
still
more
hearing
games
a
coming.
lot about new hardware.
True.
Yeah, we're at that very tail end though. So we're like, okay, what's actually coming out, and then what's gonna be put off until 2020
Yeah.
when the PS5 probably comes out.
Right. Nailed it.
Yeah.
So, okay, we could look at kind of just take each conference individually. We'll say when it's going to be. And then if you guys have anything you want to say about the conference, predictions, assessments, whatever, we could
Sure.
do that. All right, cool. Zach,
Yes.
why don't you tell us what conferences are happening at E3 this year?
Okay, so we have
Go one at a time.
so we're gonna start a little bit before E3 starts. So June 8th to the 9th is the EA Play event. They'll have oh my god, why am I spacing?
They're going to talk about Anthem.
It's early.
No,
They're going
Anthem's
to talk about
Anthem's not
Apex
gonna,
Legends.
Anthem's not gonna be there. Apex.
Dude, Anthem just came out. They can't just ignore it.
Yeah, I don't.
And they spent a lot
I
of
heard
money on that
something
game.
that Anthem's not gonna be there. So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order
Oh,
will be
yeah.
there.
Yeah, we're going to hear about that.
Apex, Battlefield, FIFA 20, Madden, NFL 20, and then The Sims 4.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, really?
Yeah, we'll be there, and they're all being hosted.
Is that an all new Sims? Is that like the next actual entry in that series?
I believe so.
Or is there? I thought 4 was already out.
I
I don't know. I don't keep up with the Sims.
Maybe there's DLC or new stuff coming along with it.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to hear from EA? I know it's EA.
I mean, not really. I mean, what would be cool is maybe we'll see new Jedi Fallen Order gameplay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I want to see the new Star Wars stuff.
Yep. And we pretty much already know that's happening.
Do we?
Yeah.
Because I mean, so many people are
We
harping
do.
on it. I really want it to be like reinforced. So it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get some good information out of it.
Everything we've heard so far sounds very promising.
So June 8th, we
Wait.
have what? What's up?
Oh, is this still EA?
No.
Well, I want to.
I mean, this is a different thing.
Oh, okay. What I want to see from EA at E3
Uh-huh.
is I want Dead Space to come back.
Really?
I love that series.
Death Space was an EA game?
Uh huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a series they haven't visited in a long time. They did a trilogy and then kind of stepped away from it. I don't know if they just give us the trilogy on the new systems or if they
Because
like reboot the franchise.
it got up to Dead Space 3, right?
Right.
But I heard Dead Space 3 was kind of like
Not great.
a failure.
It was a slow downturn for that series. The first one hit really hard. It kind of did survival horror right when Resident Evil sort of went off the rails and started becoming like an action series.
Uh-huh.
So it hit at a perfect time, and it was really intense and atmospheric and creepy. And then it slowly took this descent into really weird territory, like space religions and magic and stuff like that. But I'd love to see them maybe just reboot it, start it over again.
Yeah, I think that'd be
It's-
cool.
it's an awesome
especially
series.
with like today's like engines and
Totally.
hardware and all that. It'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
They look excellent. Scott, is there anything you want to see?
From EA specifically, or just in general?
From EA.
Um,
Ooh, Battlefield,
Battlefield 3.
or Battlefront 3.
No, I don't. I want to see EA burn. Does that count?
Nope. EA makes a couple good things.
I honestly
Let's not
like
get
really
crazy.
can't think of anything.
I mean, there's all the BioWare stuff. Anthem's out.
Don't really care about BioWare.
Not into
Anthem
like
was,
Dragon Age or Mass Effect or anything.
no, Anthem was a flop.
Okay. That's fine. If there's nothing, let's not belabor the.
I guess the only
Question.
thing is like I don't know, give us new Apex content. Like the game's
They're due for that, aren't
the
they?
game's floundering pretty hard, and this is what I said when Apex first came out. They need to keep up with the game, and they need to release fresh content for it. Because that was what PUBG didn't do, is they kept one map with the same everything forever. Fortnite came out, blew it up, and started making a story, started changing things up.
Yep.
Had different costumes and skins and stuff, and it's literally what I said at the beginning when Apex first came out was if they don't keep it fresh, people will stop playing it.
Yeah.
And that is
Oh, and they
exactly
have.
what's happening.
Yeah, you look on Twitch. It's not nearly
It is
riding as high as
floundering.
it used to be.
Nope.
Yeah, so they're expected to reveal season 2 of Apex Legends.
But what does that mean?
It's got to include some real.
Yeah,
dude,
like
if it-
people were not happy about the battle pass. It was pretty disappointing, and I looked at
Very much
it
so.
and I do agree.
So I mean, if they don't step it up, this is
That'll be it for it.
it'll be it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, move on.
Ooh, actually, you know
Oh,
what?
What?
Something I do kind of hope they announce is Titanfall 3.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I mean, Respawn's real busy though right now.
I mean, yeah,
I'd be
they said
surprised.
they're kind of putting that off, right?
Yeah.
But give us a little taste, like maybe just a teaser trailer. Be like, it'll come out in 2025.
Yeah. What if they just kind of added?
I love how you're not even going to question that I said 2025.
That's legit.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
That's
Fair enough.
that's an accurate release schedule. What
Yeah.
if they just start adding Titanfall elements to Apex? I know they talked about it, and there's reasons they didn't do it, but that could really spice it up.
It would
or
have to.
differentiate
It would have to be a completely different mode.
They
but
said
Yeah.
same universe, right?
Yeah,
it's
didn't
the
they?
same universe.
So yeah, throw a mode in there where there's Titans. It could change things dramatically for a game like that. No, not into it. All right, fine.
So-
move on.
So starting June 8th, the Mario Company is holding an esports tournament. So they're going to do a Super Mario Maker 2 Invitational.
The Mario Company? You mean Nintendo?
Yeah,
I love it.
Wait, yeah, I
It
noticed
says-
that too.
It says literally the Mario Company.
I think they were
The
just
Mario
taking,
Company.
It'd be Nintendo.
taking some liberties there. Yeah, that's fun.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate World Championship.
Cool.
Was
3
that made
versus
by the
3.
Mario Company?
And the Splatoon 2 World
Stop.
Championship.
That game's dead.
No, it's not. It
Is
does
it?
great. Yeah, no.
And that'd be held
Splatoon,
on
they do
June 8th.
tournaments all the time.
Huh.
I think it's awesome that Nintendo hosts all these official tournaments at E3. I mean, not many people see them as like an actual esports contender company, but they really foster this stuff, and the fans that show up for it really appreciate it.
What are you talking about?
I don't
Super
know.
Smash Brothers is super popular.
It's never been on the level of like the actual esports games out there, though.
I mean, it's at Evo like all the time. Melee was at
But it's-
Evo until
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, it's a
So-
fighting game tournament. It better be at Evo. You know
I
what
know,
mean?
but that's a legitimately very large esports
Okay.
tournament.
Yeah, maybe I'm not giving it enough credit.
No, you're not.
I mean, from my perspective, Evo has
Don't
been a very
disrespect.
like particular has a particular fan base.
For sure.
And
for fighting games.
For fighting games. And people that like Evo go to Evo. People that don't know about
But
it.
it's still like you can't discredit it. It's massive.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's just like at a small arena. It's at a very decent sized arena, and I'm pretty sure they sell out every year.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I don't know.
you know,
The events at E3 though that Nintendo holds, they do a good job of getting people excited.
absolutely. Like the invitationals and stuff like that they did last year. That was big.
Totally.
It was really
and
big.
they're fun to watch. I can't sit there and watch the whole tournament, but it's fun to have on in the background.
Wait, are we talking about Nintendo for E3 predictions now? Or?
No, not yet.
we're not there yet.
Where are we at? What are we doing?
We're on
He's taking us through it chronologically.
Yeah,
Oh.
These tournaments
Yeah.
are happening or starting on the 8th.
on the
I thought
8th,
we were going to talk about predictions.
We are as we go through each
No.
company. Just try to keep up.
Are we on
you got
Nintendo
this.
then?
No,
No.
Nintendo's the very last
So
event at E3.
we're just talking about. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're taking us through like the whole E3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
As
Yep,
it
yep,
happens.
yep,
All right.
yep,
So
yep.
what's after these
Jeez.
events?
Okay, so
Predictions?
Where am I
It's
at?
Microsoft, right?
yeah, so Sunday, June 9th, Microsoft has scheduled its traditional Xbox focused conference for 1 p.m. So we're maybe expecting some console announcements.
Connectables.
Yeah.
too.
Do you guys think
Wait,
hardware?
No.
Maybe, dude.
The only reason I think hardware, yes, and maybe, is because Sony's not there. Microsoft has the stage to themselves when it comes to hardware at
They
this
could
E3.
win.
No one else really
They
is going to be
have-
talking hardware. So if they want to tease the next Xbox, now's the time to do it.
It is
Unless
a
they're
really
planning,
big time for them.
yeah, unless
Yeah.
they're planning their own event, like Sony will no doubt do. But all eyes will be on them, and they probably need something big since they have the stage all to themselves. And I don't know game wise what they could talk about. If you bring out Halo or Gears or Forza or any of that stuff, it's not going to get people all that excited. They have had a history in recent years of buying up studios and incorporating studios into their first party lineup. So maybe we'll see them acquire some new studios. It's kind of cool when that happens, but at the same time, it maybe limits these studios from doing third-party games, which is less cool for the rest of the industry.
Well,
But we might see some more of that.
and I think the big difference is like we've heard about Sony's like hardware being out in the wild and developers already having hands-on, right?
Yep.
But we haven't heard that about Xbox yet.
That's true.
We've heard rumors about them kind of brainstorming different ideas and stuff they're going to be going with, but we haven't heard about any actual physical hands-on stuff yet.
That's true.
So I think if they have something, it would be a huge reveal.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that if they want to stay in the race, that they do.
That's true. How long has the X been out? The Xbox One X? 2 years now, or a year and a half, or something?
I don't know.
It
dude.
it hurts to hear about a new console a year after you bought the latest offering from a company. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the one thing they're better at than PlayStation, in my opinion, is backwards compatibility.
Sure. Although Sony has already said the PS5 will be fully backwards compatible with PS4.
Well, I mean, they're still better at it right now.
Sure.
The PS5
This
now,
generation. Yeah, they've constantly been updating the supported 360 titles on Xbox One.
absolutely.
That's true.
So yeah, I think if they have one, if they have an announcement, that'd be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Is Gears 5 out yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Gears
so.
5 is not coming out.
Yeah, no.
We saw-
it's been announced and we've seen gameplay footage.
last
When?
year at E3.
Was
Really?
it last E3?
Last E3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How
it
does
was
a game like that
Old
take
man
so long?
Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk about it later.
Mhm.
But yeah, they did announce it last year, so maybe we'll see gameplay, maybe an
Yeah.
announcement.
Cool.
Like all of their
About when.
really popular first party stuff is really getting long in the tooth.
It
You know?
really is, yeah.
They need some fresh stuff.
Maybe they'll bring it, man. This is their time to shine.
They milked Halo for all it was worth. I don't think you can really get people excited about Halo anymore. I could be wrong.
Like it's so hard to make a new IP though, because it's either really popular or it's not. Like it needs to be something that really changes the formula, and I feel like what is there left to do?
Yeah. I honestly feel that same kind of fatigue for Sony right now. Like
Give
most
us-
of their big first party titles, like God of War just came out last year and didn't really click with me. And I traditionally have loved that series. So I feel like all these big franchises that all the companies have had for years, with the exception of Nintendo, I know I'm biased, are really just kind of getting a little stale. And I don't know what you can do to reinvent them.
So here is my predictions for Microsoft.
Mhm.
I think we're going to see some kind of trailer for GTA 6. and
Interesting.
maybe a new IP.
Xbox, huh?
Interesting.
Maybe
Really?
a new IP.
I think they've rolled out GTA at Xbox conferences
And I
before.
think they're gonna bring back Nathan Drake.
What?
Yep.
We're talking about the Xbox console here.
Yep. Oh, you're right. That's Sony.
You dweeb. And Sony's not at E3, so you don't get to make an Uncharted prediction.
Yeah, Microsoft ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Halo's 10.
I
Maybe.
usually remember GTA being completely independently announced
Yeah.
because it does run on all platforms.
Yeah, but I don't think
And I'll-
2K has never really had Take-Two. Who is it?
Who? Rockstar?
2K Interactive.
2K, yeah. Or no, Rockstar is Take-Two, right? They've never really had a...
Take a breath.
They've
Okay.
never really had their own
Collect your
E3
thoughts.
presence, I don't think.
There's a parent to the parent.
It's-
Yeah, not a big thing. It's always been
Like if they were on stage at their own show, whose show would they be at?
I don't know. Why does it matter? It
It
doesn't.
they
it
wouldn't.
They've
I don't think they
remember last year, like Xbox did an announcement for a game, and then like Sony did the exact same announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't
Kingdom
be.
Hearts.
Was it?
I think
oh,
that
it
happened
was.
that
It
way,
was
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, like
Right.
Xbox had their own like little thing, and then Sony had their little thing. So it was like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. Why does it matter?
GTA 6, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Red Dead's going so hot and heavy right now.
Yeah, but
I'd be surprised
Red
if
Dead has made its what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us a teaser for teaser for GTA 6,
Uh-huh.
and they're gonna give us new DLC for Red Dead.
Okay. I like your predictions. They're
Oh,
bold. They're
DLC
big.
for Red Dead?
Like story DLC.
Calm
you know?
down, it won't be that great.
How dare you?
And then like all the GTA 6 thing it'll be like Skyrim. It'll be like Elder Scrolls.
Why don't you collect
6.
your thoughts?
It'll be like Elder Scrolls at Bethesda's last year.
Okay, just like nothing, just
Yeah.
a title.
I was thinking, so Microsoft kind of gave us their fully digital console this year with just digital downloads and everything like that.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
that didn't go over very well. They released an Xbox One with no disc drive, like last month.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
That could be a stepping stone into a new console. Because think about it, if they did a fully digital next gen console with
Not
only digital downloads, think about the hardware space they could use to help up that ante. So
Yeah.
the amount of like hardware they could stuff into that instead of the disk drive.
Yeah,
Think of it
you might
this
be able
way.
to come up with the next.
I don't know. I'm into
Powerful
that.
console.
I don't think people are ready for that.
not
To go all
everyone's into
digital.
the whole digital thing. And remember, think of it this way. Like,
Who dat?
I'm sorry, guys.
can you mute your phone?
It
I
didn't
am-
sound
I
like
am.
That Cubes.
That didn't sound like
His phone usually sounds like Ice
We're
Cube.
still on Microsoft. Calm down.
Oh yeah, okay.
We'll make that joke in a bit.
Right, cool.
I think of it this way, like for the PlayStation 4, when you wanted to download like Red Dead or Spider-Man, that was like 50 gigs, and that was with a disc.
Well, who downloads it when you could buy the disc?
You still had to download the game onto the console.
Copy it.
So
That was way faster.
so think about how big like files would be for Xbox games. If
Scott,
it's gonna run,
you can get a terabyte micro SD card now. It just hit the market.
I know, but you should
hard drive tech's gonna get to
you
a point
should
where you
not
can put a
have to buy external memory
no
for your console.
I know. I'm saying they can probably feasibly by the time these consoles hit, put a couple terabytes in them without too much
They
trouble.
could.
Yeah,
Would they?
if they're going all digital, they kind of.
To be honest, next gen consoles shouldn't be a terabyte or less, or it shouldn't be less than a terabyte.
Yeah, for sure. This gen shouldn't have been, honestly.
Because I bought my PS4 5 years ago, and it's only 500 gigs, and that's
Yeah.
almost unacceptable
Yeah.
now.
It's
Right.
almost unacceptable.
Let's move on from Microsoft. We spent
Yeah.
a lot of time on Microsoft.
Real quick before we move on,
Yeah.
Bethesda is 5:30 p.m. that day.
Okay, cool.
I don't
No one's gonna show up.
Let's talk about Bethesda for a sec.
I don't know what to expect. They
Well,
are
the
rumored
sad
to
thing
say
is-
no Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield.
Yeah, that's not a rumor. They officially commented and said, we're not going to see Elder Scrolls 6. We're not going to see Starfield. They do have a history within the last 5
Why?
years or so. I'll tell you. They have a precedent that they've set for themselves of announcing a game and then it's out within 6 months. And I think that's their new thing, and they're sticking with that. So you're not going to hear about Elder Scrolls 6 till it's about to hit.
You know what
basically.
I'd be happy about?
What?
So this is what's gonna happen. My boy Randy Pitchford is gonna come out.
No. Your boy Todd.
Yeah, whatever, same thing. We went to high school together. If you didn't know.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So
Here's my
we're
yearbook.
What's
He's
he
gonna
gonna
come
say?
out. He's gonna apologize for the dumpster fire that was 76.
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to announce Fallout 3 HD edition.
Has there not been a remaster of 3 at all?
No. I'm talking about overhaul.
Like a full
I'm
remake?
talking about like looking like 76. Like the thing I will give about 76, it was a really good looking game. Make Fallout 3 that. Give us.
So you just want a remaster?
Yeah, basically.
A remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. 3's great.
Oh.
And it never hit modern consoles at all, now that I think about it. 360, PS3, PC.
But that, yeah. Well, PC.
You could play on PC and mod it out, and it would look fine, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm down with that. Kind of like what they did with Skyrim Remastered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a pretty safe, tame prediction, and I'm fine with that.
I mean, like,
you can't hit them out of the park every time.
what
you know?
what else are you gonna do? Talk about Fallout shelters again? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
no
know.
one cares about that.
We
game.
know. So we know Doom's going to be there. Doom Eternal, right? We know Wolfenstein Youngblood is going to be there. So there's all these known quantities, and then we know for sure their big games aren't going to be there. What does that leave? I'm wondering if
is
they...
Unreal Tournament Bethesda?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that EA?
Wait.
Unreal Tournament. I don't remember.
Is it id?
Oh, it is. It is.
Well, that's Bethesda.
Oh.
Bethesda owns id.
There you go.
Unreal Tournament?
Yeah.
That'd be really
Quake?
cool.
Quake.
Yeah,
Quake?
I could get behind some of that.
Oh man, I definitely could.
I hate to say this, but I think they're going to push 76 one more time.
People aren't gonna like it, and they know people aren't gonna like it.
What if they make one last effort to make it feel like a real Fallout world and put NPCs and quests and story in it?
What if
I
this whole
would?
time
I would
they-
totally be down for that.
That's the only thing I think that could really salvage it. Because from what I understand, that world just feels empty and dead,
Yeah.
right? So they
I
need
mean,
to do
as a
something to
waste-
make it feel more alive.
To be fair, as a wasteland should, but
yes, but in proper
when-
Fallout games,
when
it
you-
still feels alive in a weird way.
Yeah, when you've built a game based around having other people in it, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like a full world, but it feels like there's at least people there.
Yeah, so that's all I can really see them pushing is 76 because it's their most recent release,
Yeah.
and they've kept tinkering at it since it has come out.
It
Doesn't feel like they're done with it.
What if they just made it a single player game? What if they just said, screw the multiplayer, let's make it a
At that
single player
point, make a
game?
new game. That defeats the entire
Yeah, I
purpose of
know.
76.
It's so frustrating, though.
Yeah,
It's so frustrating.
yeah. We'll see what they do.
So
Okay, move on.
Monday, June 10th. I'll guess the two notables
Yeah.
for that day is Ubisoft and Square Enix.
Yep. I have
give
an
me-
insane prediction for Ubisoft.
Is it Just Dance 2020?
I think Aisha Tyler is going to make some lame jokes.
Okay.
And I think
Okay,
there's
good-
going to be
good
a
job.
crazy overproduced dance number promoting Just Dance
Yes,
2020.
that's what I just said.
I know, I agree with you.
Please, Ubisoft, please give me Splinter Cell.
Oh, wow, look at you. That's
Ooh,
a real
that's good.
prediction.
Please,
Cool.
Give me Tom Clancy's Siege 2.
please.
What's that?
I don't know. I haven't even played Siege before.
That's cool. I like that. Bring back
Um,
Sam Fisher. He's
dude,
been MIA for a while.
I played a ton of those games back on like the Xbox
Why am I not surprised by
and
that?
the 360, and I absolutely loved them. It holds a very fond place in my heart.
yeah.
I even played in Ghost Recon Wildlands. There's a mission where you can go and find Sam Fisher,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's crazy hard. But to go in game, run into a mission, and then run into that guy in the wild, kind of is like mind blowing. And I was like,
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
really love this character and those games.
Maybe that's a little bit of a tease
So
for
please,
something to come.
Sam Fisher.
Yeah, it's a cool series. Speaking of old series that they haven't hit for a while, Rainbow Six Vegas was one of my favorite
I love
Tom
that.
Clancy
It
series.
was really good. Yeah.
Although, I mean, how much content can you really set in Vegas? But it's been such a long time since they've made one.
Well,
I feel
the-
like they could do something cool with that.
The online multiplayer was really big.
How about this? Rainbow Six EDC. Tom
E-
Clancy's Rainbow Six EDC.
EDC?
It's in Vegas. That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
was a
So I
dumb
talking-
Yeah, it was a
so I
really
talking
dumb
about-
joke. I was really confused.
Wait, you didn't even talk about your trip last week. EDC, what is it? Just so
Electric
people know what
Daisy
I'm talking
Carnival.
about. So I don't,
Electric, yeah, so we just for context, we went
Yeah.
on vacation.
Me and Zach did.
Yeah, me and Scott did 2 weeks ago.
We were going to
uh,
post, but we didn't.
to the electric
okay.
to
It's
the
okay.
Electric Daisy Carnival,
Uh-huh.
which is a EDM music festival in Vegas.
3 days.
Yeah.
For 3 days.
Yep.
And it
Cool.
was an absolute blast.
Now you guys get my dumb joke. It was
There
dumb.
we go.
We can move on.
It was a really dumb joke.
Is there anything else you guys want to see from Ubisoft? You had a good one, Zach. I
Yeah,
like
Spiders
that.
was
Scott,
pretty great.
Ubisoft?
Just Dance. That's the only thing they're going to talk about for
Well-
an hour.
Nothing you want to see?
I honestly
Or do you
can't
not
think
really
of
care?
anything from Ubisoft that I would care.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a what's the pirate game?
Pirates of
Skull
the
and
Caribbean.
Bones.
Skull and Bones. So they did delay it.
They delayed it
They
to
did
2020.
delay it, but maybe an update, maybe new footage. I'm hoping. I doubt it because if they're going to delay it, they're not going to put anything out until it's ready.
Right.
But if we can see something, I really love pirate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So new pirate game.
And you haven't played Black Flag, have
I did
you?
play Black
Oh,
Flag.
you did? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Sorry, man.
Have
No,
you
I
played?
didn't mean to insult you.
Have you played Sea of Thieves?
I haven't.
Yikes!
Something
Big mood.
I really want to see from Ubisoft
Yeah.
is
Hit me with
whatever's
it.
next from the Rabbids team.
Okay.
I
fair.
adored Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and that collaboration with Nintendo was really smart. For whatever reason, it worked really well.
Uh-huh.
You put some of the worst characters in games, the Rabbids, sorry, Ubisoft, and you give Mario a gun, and you're like, everybody thinks on paper this is the worst idea ever, but then it came out and it was fantastic. So I think that collaboration, maybe not necessarily the Rabbids, but the Ubisoft Nintendo collaboration that led to that, I want to see what's next for that team.
I just
that
thought of a
group.
game.
What?
I want to see a proper platforming Rayman game, like old N64 Rayman.
3D
games.
platformer?
3D
There hasn't been
platformer.
one for a long time, huh?
Not a long.
But everybody
time.
loves the 2D Rayman platformers that have
I
been coming out.
don't.
Origins and Legends.
They're okay, but
Yeah.
I want a proper That's how Rayman started. Was a 3D platformer. It was
I don't know, man.
You got to remember that back in those days, it was all about the 3D platformers.
I think the first couple were side scrollers. I could be wrong.
No.
I thought they were.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The
I didn't
Rayman
play much Rayman back in the day.
The Rayman 64 game had a green cartridge. I'll never forget it. It was about pirates and stuff, and it was
Okay.
tons of fun. It's still a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And
You just love your 3D platforming collectathons,
I
man.
do.
You're hurting for those.
Absolutely.
Just go play ukulele. Did you play ukulele, actually?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I
Well,
need
there's
to.
that.
What I shouldn't have done is looked at reviews. That was my first mistake.
Right. People weren't
Because-
too hot on it.
Yeah, people were.
I think
not
it was a
hard on
case
it.
of overhype, though.
I think it was a case of that, and also the fact that I mean, sorry, excuse me.
Wake up.
I think it was just a fact of overhyping it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be Banjo-Kazooie, but they really tried for it to be.
That's true.
I just heard it's really short.
Oh, okay. That's
Kind of
fair.
the main thing. Yep.
Let's talk about Square Enix real quick.
New Final Fantasy game.
Squeenix. Well, there is one. My prediction actually has to do with Final Fantasy.
Is it gonna be Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, so they at that State of Play recently, they showed a little bit of Final Fantasy VII remake is the
Yeah.
subtitle, and they said expect more at E3 basically. So we know we're going to see that there. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to say they're going to give us a real title because Final Fantasy VII remake is the worst title in the history of video
Just
games.
call it FF7.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
But they actually have a logo that has the word remake in it, and that's the tackiest thing. And then I think they're going to give us a release date for part 1 because this is a 3-part series, last we heard. And I think it'll be early next year. I think we'll get it early 2020.
I want to see a brand new Final Fantasy game.
Do you?
I do.
16?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to see new characters. I want to see because Final Fantasy 15. I don't care what anyone says. It was really, really good.
Hated it.
I love the open world concept
play
of it.
I played about 15 hours of it.
I love the open world concept of it. The summons were really cool. The battles were a lot of fun. You weren't strapped into turn-based strat. I'm fine with turn-based, but there's something to be said for kind of more open combat. I think that's why I really like Star Ocean till the end of time and stuff like that. And then the later Final Fantasy games that kind of turned away from turn-based.
Did you play 13?
I did.
I loved the combat in 13.
Yeah, it was great.
It started really weird and simple, but
Yeah.
it ended up getting very complex and interesting toward the end of the game.
So I really like that kind of stuff, and I really want to see another Final Fantasy game, and I want to see more hot women.
You think it's time for...
Sorry, that was kind of out of
I
left
was
field,
just out
but
there. Do you think it's time for a return to fantasy? Because those games have gone really hard
More-
into the modernish
Yeah.
sci-fi type stuff,
yeah.
rather than traditional sword and sorcery type fantasy.
Are you talking about kind of
the last-
Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy. We'll use Final Fantasy X as an example.
No,
it started in a more modern city and then got real
I think it started all the way back in 6. That was pretty hardcore fantasy, but that's when technology started getting incorporated into things more and more. 7 was obviously almost fully in that direction.
Yeah.
But then you get 9, and 9 was this return to the old first few Final Fantasy game style of fantasy.
Yeah.
Love to see some of that stuff come back.
Um,
I think it's time. I don't know if people want that, but I want that.
I personally wouldn't care either way. I just
Okay.
want a Final Fantasy game.
All right.
Yeah.
legit.
Okay, here's the one thing I will say about Final Fantasy 15. I don't want to drive in a stupid car.
There was a lot of mindless driving.
I want to drive in a giant ship over a mini map.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want.
Yeah, you might just want to go play some old Final Fantasy games, honestly.
Oh man.
There's other companies. Well, I guess it's also Square, but there's other games that are doing that kind of thing, like Project Octopath Traveler, and then the Bravely games, for example.
Yeah.
So they're there if you want them. Maybe that's just where we get that kind of stuff. now.
Kingdom Hearts DLC too.
Yeah, you think so?
It'll happen.
Okay.
There has to be. They've already announced that they'll do DLC.
Another couple worlds, maybe.
Another something like. Give us Final Fantasy characters.
If you could have one more world,
Final Fantasy 7.
Disney World. I don't think you're going to get a straight up Final Fantasy world.
Why
in Kingdom
not?
Hearts.
They're making it, and it looks exactly the same.
Huh.
They could easily make a Final Fantasy 7 world.
I like that idea, but it's a Disney thing, honestly. So, what Disney world would you like to see added?
Can it
to
be?
that game?
Can it be? Does it have to be Disney or can it be Pixar?
For sure, it can be Pixar. Cars. That'd be bizarre.
Yeah. I would love to see a full-on Wreck-It Ralph world.
Yeah, I like that.
They're not going to because he's a summons, so they would never do that. But
Never say never.
I'd like to see Wreck-It Ralph. I would like to see. Don't at me here. I would love to see a Inside Out world.
Really?
Yes.
That was a pretty creative world, I suppose.
I love that movie. I don't care what people say, and I would.
I only wanted one, man.
What?
I only wanted to hear one world. You're giving me too many.
Which one? Oh,
from you.
Oh, got it.
I don't want your whole wish list.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
I also want.
He's still going. Let's talk about Nintendo.
Okay, we'll talk about
I'm
it.
not ready yet.
If you really think
You're not ready yet.
if you really think of something good later, you can tell us.
Okay.
When it comes.
Well,
to
hey,
Kingdom
I
Hearts.
don't. How much more do we have?
This is the last one.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
Wait.
we have
We have a bunch of news.
we do
but
have a bunch of news.
I don't know if we'll
This
get
is it.
there.
This is it for E3
We'll be
Especially if we talk about Nintendo right now.
I feel like there's gonna be an Octopath Traveler
from Square.
follow up. Yeah,
Okay, you know that is getting ported to PC, right?
Octopath is
Yep.
a big whoop.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's a thing that's happening, but you think like a full-on sequel probably?
Yeah,
Okay.
that or something in the same universe.
Okay.
Final Fantasy
I
Tactics.
can see it. Oh, cool. That's not a bad idea.
Hey guys, nobody cares about Final Fantasy.
I like it.
I like it.
I know. That's
Okay.
You're in the minority here.
That's
Zach.
You were definitely the wrong.
words from a hater.
Yeah, clearly.
there is a lot of people who enjoy Final Fantasy.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Do you?
But
so
June
11th we have the Nintendo
Yay.
press conference.
Yay.
What is this? Is it?
It's not a conference.
it's a
It's a
direct.
direct.
It's a direct.
Yep.
It's
Cool.
direct followed by the Treehouse live stream.
Right.
Yep.
3 days of
Okay, so the
live streaming.
Treehouse is pointless, so we don't need to talk about that.
Oh, hey, let's touch on this really quick.
Yeah.
There's a Pokemon Direct next week.
Yep.
And that pertains to this because it's going to knock out a lot of content that we might have seen reserved for this Direct in advance. So it leaves the Direct wide open to not talk about Pokemon at all or very little.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Look forward to it. You guys might talk about it next week. But that means no Pokemon at this Direct, probably, at E3
Potentially.
proper.
Yeah, after the press conference yesterday.
Yep.
Was it?
So,
Well, after
sorry,
the
the
press
day.
conference yesterday and then the Pokemon Direct, which is next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll leave nothing basically left for
I honestly thought Pokemon was like going to be their big thing this year. And it is like title-wise, but not at E3, clearly. So what does that leave? It leaves Animal Crossing. They might make Animal Crossing the focus of this Direct.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
Which
are
is your
really
favorite
excited
game?
about that. Hate that series. I understand why people like it, but I don't like it.
Give us. Oh,
And then
man.
Luigi's Mansion 3
I can't even
will
say.
likely be...
I can't even say like Metroid because
No, Metroid's not going to make an appearance at all. Not even... Not a chance. The
so
only
angry.
slim chance is that we're going to finally get our trilogy remaster
Just give
on
us
Switch.
Yes. Either that.
And my pie in the sky hopeful prediction on that is that Retro themselves have been working on that for the past 4 or 5 years, and it's a full-on remake.
I want to see
Because they have to have been doing something.
I wanna
Please
see
tell
Zero
me they
Suit
weren't
Samus.
twiddling their thumbs.
and just have the power armor just onto her.
Okay.
I'd be happy about
That would be the trailer that you want to see?
That would be the trailer I want to see.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect much on the Metroid front.
No. New DLC character for Smash. We have to.
I think we'll get 2.
No.
There's 5 left, and they're all out in the next 6 months or so.
Ooh, that's true though.
So we got to start.
Yeah, I know
knocking them
it
out.
has been a long time.
Mhm.
Like they announced Joker when the game came out.
Close to it.
So
No, that was at the Game Awards in December.
Oh, you're
Is
right.
when they announced
Okay,
Joker.
so still December. It's been almost 6 months now.
Right.
Like, and they said everything was going to be out by the beginning of next year. So yeah, you're right.
I think we'll get a couple.
Maybe they're just like twiddling their thumbs and like, oh crap, it's almost half the year's over now.
Sakurai was trying to take it easy because it took forever to put Ultimate together.
Yeah.
You know? It really took it out of him. He wanted a little
Suck it up,
downtime.
Buttercup. Let's go. What else, Nintendo?
I don't know.
Let
Do
me
we
see.
finally get F-Zero?
No,
No.
it'll never happen.
Do we finally get to see that Star Fox racing game?
Nope, absolutely
Not
not.
going to happen. I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect. They'll talk about Fire Emblem a little bit. That's their
Okay.
July release.
Yep.
They'll talk about Astral Chains a little bit.
Do you think they'll give
That's
us
August.
any kind of like Mario, not Super Mario Maker, but a Mario
Yeah, I would love that.
Mario Galaxy 3?
I don't think they need it this year, though. If they have that in the works, then they're going to save it for next year.
I feel like
we have a
Nintendo-
Zelda game this year, a Pokemon game, Luigi's Mansion,
Could-
Animal Crossing. They just don't need that much.
I
this
feel
year.
like all of Nintendo's stuff is just going to be like little like screenshots of characters and be like, "This is coming in 2022."
they don't do that anymore, though.
No, I know.
Like all the games that I've been naming are confirmed for this year.
Yeah, I know.
It's like one every month.
Do we get a
basically.
console announcement?
Nope.
No, we all hoped that, but no, they said officially at I think their last earnings call that they're not going to be doing any hardware reveals at E3 this year.
I talked to an inside source.
You have no sources.
I do.
Okay, go on.
Don't we wish?
Yeah, that'd be
And
great.
That we have that, you
she
know.
told me nothing.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because she's bound by a NDA
course.
order.
I have first party confirmation that
But-
I have no information for you.
But what I
Means
can
nothing.
tell you
Uh-huh.
is I know nothing.
Thank you for that insight.
Yeah, because she
We
didn't tell me
really- we
anything.
really
But I
appreciate
did
it.
ask.
Yeah.
I did ask.
I'm just going with the official company line. I don't think there's any hardware happening at
Okay.
E3 this year. It could really just be no surprises, and it's more info about all the games that we know very little about right now. And I'm fine with that because there's already a lot on the slate. The dock.
So I mean, even as Nintendo super fans, you guys are kind of thrown off here.
It's-
You don't
it's-
really know what to expect.
yeah, I mean, there's always that element with Nintendo. They're so unpredictable.
Do you think they have to go big because it's E3 week?
No.
Absolutely not.
Because of the
people will
format
still
of-
buy their games.
Because of Nintendo Directs and the way they disseminate information,
Uh-huh.
they don't need to.
Do you
Because they
think-
do it throughout the year.
Do you think if it's lackluster, will it be disappointing?
no.
It might be, but if it is, it'll only last a couple months till the next big Direct, and people will be all hyped again. You know,
Yeah.
they can drum up fans and like excitement about announcements from them in one day. They tweet about a Direct, and the entire internet just bursts into flames about we can't about theories
I love
about what's
that.
going to be announced the following day.
Yeah,
and that's how they do
absolutely.
it, and they can pull it off any time of year. So
So we'll see how it
I'm
goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get spoon-fed Pokemon news, so I'm happy about that.
yeah.
Scott, do you want to give us a rundown on the Pokemon press conference?
Oh, you guys, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay,
we could do that.
Cool. I'll rundown of everything that kind of happened.
You didn't take notes.
Some of it was kind of dumb. No, I did take notes. Thank you
okay.
very much.
Bust
They're
them
all
out.
up here.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. Okay, so basically they started with talking about Pokemon and
This is so good.
no, they started with basically talking about the movie franchise and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
okay.
like Detective Pikachu and stuff like that.
It's doing really well.
Yes, they were talking about how. See, this is where it was very businesslike, and you knew. They brought out the director of Pokemon. I think it was the director of Pokemon Detective Pikachu,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "I'm going to be on the board of directors for like Pokemon."
Right.
So we're
okay.
like, cool. So basically, what that means is we're going to see a lot more Pokemon movies in the work. They kind of touched on the remake of the first movie, but literally gave us no information about it.
Right.
Poggers.
I wonder if they're almost wishing they would have gone live action with that movie at this point and made it like a full on.
Gross. No.
Not into it? All right.
No, I would not be into it.
Okay.
I don't want to see Ash Ketchum as a boy girl because he's voiced by a girl. So
I know, but you can take whatever artistic liberties you want.
What? It's true.
You could cast anyone you want as Ash, and it would be fine. fine.
Yeah.
You don't have
Are
to
they gonna
stick-
give him a voiceover?
You don't have to stick to the
You
source
do.
material all that closely.
You do.
I
The
don't know,
same
man.
voice actor has been voicing Ash since the very beginning,
Oh, I know.
and it's not gonna change.
Who's gonna
It
play?
has
Who's gonna
changed.
play Brock?
Wait,
though?
you're totally wrong. Have you watched any of the recent series?
Yes.
The voice actor has changed multiple
Hey, what about
times.
Will Smith as Brock?
Yeah.
That's hot. That's hot.
Hire us.
Is he blue?
Yo, hey, don't even diss. The Aladdin movie is really good.
I don't think people can handle Brock anymore.
Anyways,
He's a real
so
edgy character.
let's continue about the press conference.
Yeah, okay.
So they talked about a little bit about the movies. They talked a little bit more about like bringing Pokemon centers to like Japan, so that didn't really care or matter at all.
They talked about Pokemon Sleep. What is that?
Yeah, so I was just about to. Hey,
I'm sorry.
Can you allow me to do the one thing?
I'm just giving you a little
Oh,
shove.
The one thing. They talked about Pokemon Sleep, and basically what it is it's like Pokemon Go, but they want you to get more sleep. So
Thanks for being concerned with my well-being, Pokemon company.
I literally could not tell you more because that's all they gave us.
Yeah.
They were just like, hey, this is Pokemon Go for when you sleep. So it was like the longer you sleep, the more you get Pokemon.
How does it know? Oh, because of the new device they were.
Can you allow me to get there? Like, do you want to take
Yeah.
this over? How about you read your notes? Did you watch the press conference?
This
I
is
don't think
good.
so.
Scott's driving, but Britton's reaching over, grabbing the wheel.
How annoying is that?
Man,
Oh,
it gives a
man.
whole new meaning to a backseat driver, dude.
All right, go for it.
Yes. So they are creating a new device called a Pokemon Plus Plus.
That's dumb.
That is literally the name of it. It is the name is Pokeball Plus, the word plus with a plus sign next to it. And essentially what it is it's a Pokemon Go version of the Pokeball that we got for the Switch, which I absolutely hate. It's a piece of garbage. Essentially what it's meant to do is you're able to use it to... What was that face for?
I don't know. I'm just reading
Oh, okay.
while you talk.
You're able to use it during like when you play Pokemon Go to like catch Pokemon and stuff like that. So that's all cool and dandy. But then you put it on your bedside next to you when you sleep. And for some...
You don't wear it while you're sleeping? Bless you.
No, it's like a disc.
Oh,
It's like... It looked like it's that big.
weird.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty decent size. So it's like a puck.
Yeah.
Like a hockey puck.
Yeah.
And you put it on your bedside and it tracks your sleeping somehow.
So the Pokemon are watching you
Yeah,
sleep.
so I'm not 100% sure. Well, the Pokemon are sleeping with you.
Oh, dear.
That sounds really weird.
Oh, dear.
Sorry. PG?
Alongside you, maybe? Let's
Yeah,
rephrase it
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
You get to cuddle with your Pokemon.
Oh, well, that sounds all right.
Aw.
Pokemon are adorable.
Yeah, I want to be the little spoon.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I want Mewtwo to be the big spoon.
I was thinking...
Oh, that's so creepy.
I was
dude.
thinking Snorlax.
Yeah, I was thinking Snorlax. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Snorlax, if you guys... Well, by the time you listen to this episode... No, it'll still be going. Pokemon Go, you can catch a sleeping Snorlax that knows yawn.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Anyway, continuing on, they also announced Pokemon Home, which is
Yeah.
essentially Pokemon Bank, but for everything.
You
It's like
really-
a cloud service for Pokemon.
You really
Oh, that's
did take
cool.
mental notes. This is awesome. Keep going.
Thanks. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
No problem.
So you'll be able to connect it to your Switch, to Pokemon Sword and Shield, to Pokemon Let's Go, to Pokemon Go, to the Pokemon Bank. And all this stuff is going to be able to connect together, and you'll be able to basically have one place for all of your Pokemon. Because we all know, and I have absolutely done it myself, traded from console to console to console with a stupid cord
Right.
until you eventually got your Pokemon from way back in the day to the DS, which took time.
So yeah, you
a lot
have
of
your
time.
phone and a buddy that plays has their phone. You can now trade Pokemon for your proper game at home,
Yep.
just on mobile.
Yep.
That's smart.
Exactly.
I hope it works as well as it sounds like it could work.
Yep. We all do.
Yeah, right.
Next, they talked about the Pokemon Plus Plus.
There was a couple new games announced, right?
Kind
I
of.
think they're mobile games.
They announced Pokemon Masters, which I'm not 100% sure what it was. They showed like a little trailer. It's not due until 2020 though, like long time out.
Oh, okay.
But it's basically what it is. It's getting all the trainers from like the old games, like everyone. So like gym leaders, Elite Four members, the characters you could be. And it looks like it's a battling game, but it doesn't look like a traditional, like, you versus one other person 6v6 or whatever. It looks like each person has one Pokemon.
Okay.
And you battle that one Pokemon.
And there's probably not capturing Pokemon or any of that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
They literally gave us nothing.
They didn't show us much.
They just showed us a name. They did show us that Brock is ripped.
Is he?
Absolutely jacked out of his mind.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like his shirt blows off his body when he used like a special move with his Pokemon, and he just has like a 42 pack.
That's
like,
not the Brock I remember.
No. This Brock he will mess you up.
That's weird.
He will crush your head between his thighs.
Maybe.
Or his pecs.
Maybe
both.
Maybe Officer Jenny will finally notice him.
I think she's in the game.
Is she?
Yeah. Like I said, it has every single mainline Pokemon character forever.
Cool. Yeah.
And then those were kind of the biggest thing.
One other game announcement. The sequel to Detective Pikachu.
Yes,
the game.
Thank you. Yes,
is coming to Switch.
I thought about that in the beginning, and then I totally forgot about it. Yes, they're bringing Detective Pikachu to the Switch. I believe it's the original game and this.
It better be, because nobody played. I don't know anyone personally that played that original game because it only came to 3DS. I think it was download only.
More people own the Amiibo than they do the actual
probably.
Game.
I think it'd be smart to package that with the sequel.
Yeah,
so people could actually play.
They left it on like a cliffhanger, I guess. So,
okay.
And I believe the second game is actually supposed to kind of run alongside the movie as well.
Oh, good.
Is kind of what I got from
the first movie or the second movie that is planned?
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, there's another Detective Pikachu movie coming though.
Awesome.
So who knows?
Who
knows how this will all fit together?
I hope Diplo's not in it.
Okay.
And then they announced a clothing brand deal.
Oh, okay.
And then the press conference ended.
Cool.
And everyone was pogging in the chat. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like
pretty hype.
What was it? The Pokemon Plus. It was really funny watching Twitch chat just go crazy. Like they were just like
it's such a silly name.
They're like, what? They're like the plus.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah.
Twitch chat can be pretty fun, dude.
It could be a very fun place. So yeah, that was kind of the basis of
cool
Pokemon stuff.
And more Pokemon next week.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll talk about Sword and Shield in a week.
Yeah. We don't need to get into that here.
They skirted around it super quickly. They were like, yeah, the direct is next week. Okay, let's talk about the next thing now. But that's kind of where I want to go to next real fast is this Pokemon Direct. Like, we're
going to talk about it next week.
I know, but I want to talk about it now.
And we gets what
we have
wants.
other news, though.
I don't care about your other
How much
news.
time you got?
We have 9 minutes.
We could get through a bunch of this news, and you guys could go all Pokemon Direct next week. I'm not here, so I'm not going to make the decision.
Okay, fine. Just give me what you think we're going to get out of this Direct. Go.
Pokemon stuff.
Zach.
Sword and Shield gameplay.
That's so good.
Okay, let's move on to
I have one big one.
Yes.
I think they're going to go hard on multiplayer in some way that we don't know about yet. I think maybe you can play the whole game co-op or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 people on one system or multiplayer 2 systems. We'll see. Or maybe even online co-op. I don't know. But I think that could be a big advent. There was an element of that in Pokemon Go Let's Go, and it was all right, but I think they could flesh that out and make it a real cool part of the game. Because doubles is kind of fun, and if the difficulty adjusts accordingly to accommodate a doubles battle, it could be a valid way to play through the game.
You mean having 2 people or like
2 on 1 just
2 on 1? Yeah, 2 on 1 just seems a little unfair.
In Let's Go, you could just mow through the entire game by cheesing it like that. But if they actually, tried to make it a valid way to play, it could be cool.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, Let's Go was more of like a test game than really anything. I think it was kind of leading up to Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I just want to see new Pokemon.
So that's mine, co-op.
I want to see Pokemon.
Okay. Good prediction. I think you will see Pokemon.
No. I want to see like new, this new generation.
You think we get legendaries in this Direct?
Maybe.
Okay.
I want to see legendaries, or I want to see either evolved forms of the starters or just brand new Pokemon. That's what I really want.
Somebody mentioned some new form of evolution, kind of like Mega Evolution, which is the Sword and Shield versions of Pokemon. It's like a temporary evolution in 2 different paths.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard that, but that was a rumor.
That's not a bad rumor.
Yeah.
Though.
Do you guys want to like we've been really good at sticking to an hour. Do you guys want to keep going a little bit and talk about some of this?
I don't.
Do you know who you're talking to?
It's almost 10.
This is Scott. He hates anything that's longer
Also,
than an hour.
PAX tickets are probably going to go on sale here soon, and I'm already puckered up.
Stop.
Sorry, should I?
PAX tickets?
If we want to go over an hour, that's fine. But I'm gonna continue to watch this monitor like a hawk.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay, go for it.
You know what? You know what I'm really happy about,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really happy that they got out in front of the pack and it kind of announced this
Yes, what?
before E3 and all this craziness is Death Stranding.
Oh yeah,
Who
dude.
cares about that?
They
dumb
blew the
game?
lid off that game.
They really
That
did.
game is probably going to be the dumbest game of 2020. 19.
It'll be the weirdest game of
It
2020.
will be.
Yeah,
I'll give you
right.
that.
The weirdest game.
So we
I
got
didn't watch
we got
any
an
of it. So.
Trailer.
8-minute trailer
We
of this
did.
game, and
Wow.
it did feel more like a trailer than like a gameplay chunk or something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it
felt
really
like a
did.
cut trailer, which are usually 2 minutes long. This was 8 minutes
It
of
was 8
all new
minutes.
gameplay, story exposition.
Yeah,
all
different
kinds of stuff.
characters. We basically got a giant character reveal. And that's probably the most solid information. And I told Brittin over text, I was like, we have 15 minutes of gameplay, but we have absolutely no idea
Nothing.
of what's going on.
It's so bizarre.
It's so going on. So if they're
Hey, try in a couple sentences. Try to tell me what you think this game is right now, as of your current understanding.
in a couple sentences, the world has ended due to basically demons or ghosts. New tech has allowed them a way to detect them, and they're trying to piece the world back together.
Cool. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I get so far.
I don't think you're too far off, but I have no idea.
Yeah, but we still have absolutely no clue.
Right.
But I think from the beginning, this game has fascinated me and how crazy and bizarre it is. And I told Brittin, I was like, if they're able to successfully like link this together in a really good like story,
Yep.
oh dude, it's gonna be great.
And Kojima does that. So
He does, yeah.
I mean, you'll still probably finish the game with questions in your mind and have
Absolutely.
lingering questions,
Absolutely.
but that's part of the fun of playing those
yeah.
games. And it could become a new series. Who knows?
I mean, it feels like a movie. It feels like I'm getting ready to play a movie, and I'm so excited for it.
You know what's funny though?
I'm so ready.
One thing I'm not excited about is
What's that?
the gameplay itself.
Really, you think
It looks kind of dry. I'm not going to say it looks bad. I'm not going to say it looks overtly, clunky or clumsy or anything like that. It just looks very dry.
It does.
There's a lot of running around in wide open environments. There's they showed some combat for the first time, and it was pretty much just fist fighting. He was also like generating objects into reality and using them in combat.
Yeah.
Did you catch some of that?
Yeah.
And it looks like kind of like Metal Gear, where you can use anything in the environment or anything that you have at your disposal for any purpose you want to in combat or traversal or whatever else. I don't really know how to describe what it was we were seeing, but even the combat, it looked pretty basic, straightforward fist fighting.
I think we
And
had
then
two
hitting
settings.
guys with things.
We had two settings. We had like a rocky mountainous area and
Right.
then like a forest. But a lot of the challenge of what we've seen so far, it looks like was the world itself.
Traversal.
And getting through and managing against all the demons. But
Yeah.
I mean, yet again, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. So
Right.
But if you guys haven't seen the trailer, go check it out.
Watch it.
Get weirded out and get excited.
Yeah.
And then it's coming out November 8th.
Yeah.
This year.
Cool. I'm glad you're still pumped about it
Yeah.
after all the weirdness that we've witnessed.
Super pumped.
Yeah. That's good.
Do you have anything else you want to move on to before we wrap it up?
Yeah, there's one thing I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
Scott, this directly involves you. You ready for this?
PAX tickets.
I think Amiibo might be dying.
No. I hope so though. God,
Do
I
you
want to
really?
stop. I want to stop buying them so
I'm
bad.
surprised to get that reaction
I'm
from
so
you.
I'm so done because I can't say I'm almost done.
You think?
I have almost finished my collection
Of
of every single Smash Brothers character,
and then
ever
some other
released.
ones that you like too.
and then some other ones I liked.
yeah.
But I think there's like maybe 5 or 6 more Amiibos left that I need to get, and then I'm done.
Which is the DLC characters basically.
DLC, and then Pichu's coming out soon, and a couple others.
Joker's not out yet, right?
Joker's not out yet,
Yeah.
but I'm
So the reason I say this is because we just got confirmation through an interview that there's no Amiibo support in Super Mario Maker 2.
which is I find really weird.
Isn't it
but-
weird? Because that was kind of a big part of Super Mario Maker. You could have costumes in the 8-bit Mario template of all of the Amiibo, essentially. Pretty much every Amiibo had a costume you could use in the game.
Yeah.
That's gone entirely.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say it's going to ruin the game or even hamper it
But it
in
was
any
such a
meaningful way. But it was a
cool-
fun thing to play around with.
It was.
Yeah, so it's a little strange. And that paired with the fact that we hardly have any Amiibo currently announced. You just mentioned pretty much all of them. The only ones that outside of that are the Shovel Knight Amiibo, which were announced such a long time ago. There's 3 new Shovel Knight Amiibo that are coming in that line.
Plague Knight, King Knight, and I think it's
Spectre
King
Knight.
And Spectre Knight, yeah.
Yeah, which are cool, but I mean, none of these big new releases that we're looking at, Mario Maker, Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion,
None of them have
Pokemon,
Amiibos.
none of these have Amiibo associated with them. So I'm just wondering if it means the end of this
The end of an era.
chapter of Nintendo's
I mean, I wouldn't be
experimentation.
surprised. Like, realistically, like, how well did Amiibos actually sell?
I mean, they were constantly selling out to the point where there were shortages and people were driving up prices. So
But
they
peop-
sold.
I mean,
Then also,
you got to remember, stores will only get like 10.
right. And on the other side of that conversation, you've got the Animal Crossing line, which would just sit on shelves for months and months, and then they
Yeah.
ended up marking them down to like a couple bucks.
Yeah.
So some, for whatever reason, flew off shelves and did really well, and some just sat and nobody bought. So maybe that's the risk they don't want to take anymore. Maybe they don't want to like gamble with which ones are going to do well, how many to produce of each one that they make, and hope that they clear them all out.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, asking for sizable shelf space at retailers at all anymore is kind of a big ask. You know?
Yeah.
They learned that with Labo, too. Labo boxes are pretty big.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you wouldn't be sad if that was the case, if Amiibo is pretty much done?
I don't want to mention how much money I've probably spent on Amiibos. It's a little
Hey, dude.
it's a little disgusting.
I'm right there with you.
No. You don't understand.
I do. I mean, at one point...
You're not in the same boat I am.
At one point, I had 2 complete sets, and it was
That's
when there
fair.
was already like 70
that's
to
fair.
80 Amiibo out. They're
Yeah.
$15 a pop. I think I wisely, I'm going to say wisely, I think I wisely cut ties with Amiibo at a good point when I could still get probably pretty much my money back
Yeah.
that I put into it, and I still have the fun of, you know, the campouts and stuff we did. That's what we originally bonded over.
Our
Scotty.
Amiibro. We were
We
Amiibros.
were Amiibros.
We still are Amiibros.
Thanks, man.
Deep inside our hearts.
Even if
In
Amiibo
our
dies,
cores.
we'll still be Amiibros.
Yeah.
It's going to be good to get Amiibro shirts long after Amiibo is dead and
Yeah.
nobody knows what it is anymore.
Yeah.
We got to do
To
that.
put it in perspective for the people out there, my whole collection involves almost every single Smash Brother character every single Smash Brothers amiibo that has come out so far. I have all the extra Splatoon ones. I have all the extra Legend of Zelda stuff. So, i.e., Breath of the Wild and the special editions. I have the Metroid stuff. I have
And you're 100% nib on this, aren't you?
what?
They're all unopened.
All unopened
Yeah.
in the box. Almost every single box is completely perfect from corner to corner.
Yeah.
So-
and that was tough to do because shipping was a real problem for a while for some retailers.
All of my amiibos are in their original first. I only have one amiibo that wasn't an original print, which is the Villager.
This sounds like an eBay listing. Are you
Right?
doing some marketing here? Are you trying to plug this?
It feels really good, like pulling down some of my really old amiibos
Yeah.
and be like, man, this could work on the Switch, but it only shows the Wii U on the back. And it was way before the 3DS
Yeah.
came out.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, feels good, man.
Feels real good.
So before we end, and because you're not going to be here next week,
Yeah,
Brittin,
yeah.
and then the week after that is E3, I kind of just want to talk to you real quick about it.
Hit me with it.
And it's one thing left, and it's called Pixale.
Yeah. Super cool.
So a couple weeks ago, Ben Smith, an owner of Reclamation Brewing and a video game website named Handsome Phantom, basically tweeted and said he wants to work with video game brands and putting their artwork and their brand on beer and basically make a co-op.
Yep.
And he's basically done that, and a bunch of people and brands have reached out.
He said 150 developers reached out to
150
him.
Developers, yeah.
That's crazy.
And he has announced a monthly subscription service to a beer club where you get basically beer delivered to you. And he's kind of given us some names of some of the games that he has already partnered with.
Sounds like the first round. He said there's a lot more in the
There's a
works.
lot
This
more in
is
the
like
works.
what's official so
Yeah,
far.
so we expect more to come, but we're looking at Rivals of Aether, Salt and Sanctuary,
Yep.
Super Hot,
Yep.
SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh,
Yep.
and SteamWorld Dig 2.
So cool. I was really excited to see SteamWorld involved in this.
Yeah.
I think it lends itself so well to this idea.
To beer.
It's for sure. Yeah, I don't know why. It's really iconic imagery, and it's going to look great on beer cans or bottles or whatever they end up doing.
So what I thought would be a really cool thing for us to do is that we could maybe go together on this, sign up, and then every month we'll give it a shot.
That would be really cool.
Well, you two can. I won't.
Of course. Fine.
But we'll talk about it a little bit. Yeah. So you excited?
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I mean, it's going to be a little pricey. These beer subscriptions can be, but
we'll see. We'll look into it.
Totally, should be fun.
But dude, I'm super excited.
I love the idea,
it.
and I like the idea of supporting this too, because I'd love to see it grow and become, bigger and reach out to bigger and bigger developers. And the indie stuff is awesome, and he's already got some really big names lined up. It sounds like so. Yeah, it's cool that it really connected with the community. And it took off.
I think even having like some of these big, like even if he has a chance of getting big names on there that we like really love, recognize, and connect with, it'd be such a cool thing to crack open a can of whatever,
A can of Kojima brew
with your boys.
Yeah, we are your boys.
Well, hey. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
That was the highlights.
That was the highlights. Well, Brittin, we won't see you next week.
No.
Potentially.
No.
Maybe you'll just stop by. Who knows?
It might be all Pokemon next week.
Yeah, it will.
You guys will be recording either the day or the day after that direct, so. You'll find somebody that knows Pokemon to come and chat with you guys, I'm sure.
I'm really excited for it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check us out on the social medias, on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, iTunes is the biggest one for us. All at Video Game Pharmacy.
Leave reviews.
Comment. Tweet at us. Subscribe. Hand us money, mostly with your hands.
We don't expect that.
And we don't expect that.
We'd like it. But
and then, of course, thank you to NWCZ Radio.
Thanks, guys.
As always, for keeping the lights on and letting us do our show here.
Very much so.
We love your faces, and we love your faces at home. And we will see you guys next week for an all Pokemon, maybe not all Pokemon, but a good chunk of Pokemon next week.
Cool.
So we'll see you guys later. This is Zach.
Bye-bye.
Brittin.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Scott, and we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Lates.
The pharmacy is now closed.